Hi everybody, it's Lisa and it's time for another verbling class. It's 1 p.m. Pacific time and I think Jeff is just finishing up his verbling class, so I am going to do a little talking here while we wait for people to join the class. I'm going to explain how to join the class because we still have new verbling people every day, new people finding out about verbling and checking out the site and the English classes in particular. So it looks like we're going to be filling up here soon. So if you are watching and you're considering joining, I would click on that green Join Class button now before it's too late. We can only have 9 people in the Google Hangout, so we're a little bit limited that way. So yes, looks like we might be full. If you see the Join Class button, you can click it. Otherwise, you probably are seeing it say this class is full. What can happen though is sometimes people have to leave the class early or they lose their internet connection. And if that happens, then you have a chance to join at that time because the Join Class button will appear again and you can click on it and come in. If you want to just watch, then you'll be able to watch. All of the verbling classes are streaming live and they are also recorded so people can come back later and watch them. If you're particularly interested in a certain topic that a teacher went over, whether it's reading or poetry or singing or writing or reading, there's all different types of classes being offered. Mostly we try to offer a class every hour here on Verbling. So if you miss this one and you're not able to get in, you can try the next hour, which I'm going to be teaching, and then after that there will be different teachers on through the rest of the day. Okay, so I'm going to start the class now. This class is going to be on sports vocabulary, and I made a little Google Doc that has some reading that we'll do, and within the reading is the vocabulary. So sometimes one way to learn vocabulary is to go over a big list of words. I usually don't like to do it that way. It's too much get thrown at you at one time. It's better to learn the vocabulary within a context, within a story or an article, something like that, within a conversation. So we have a few little stories here that we can read, and in the stories are those vocabulary words that pertain to, I chose 3 different sports today. Of course, there's many different sports we could have included or that we could talk about, but today's going to be soccer, American football, and tennis. Those are some pretty popular sports in America and also in other parts of the world, especially soccer. So yeah, so we'll get started. I am going to introduce myself, and then I will ask you, the students who are here in the Google Chat Hangout area, to introduce yourself and just tell us your name and tell us the country you're in. And why don't you also today, since we have a sports theme, tell us what your favorite sport is, whether it's your favorite sport to watch, like on TV, or if it's your favorite sport to actually play, if you play that sport. Okay? So my name is Lisa, and I live in Washington State in the Pacific Northwest of the United States. And my favorite sport actually is skiing. And it's not something I get to do often because, of course, it's a winter sport, and it takes me about 3 hours to drive to the place where I like to go skiing. And so I don't get to go there that often, but I hope to get to go on either this Saturday or next Saturday because I really like being in the mountains and it's fun. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to start over here with, is it Andre?
Yes. Hello, Lisa. Hello, everyone.
Hi there.
My name is Andrei. I am from Kiev, of Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
I very like table tennis and skiing because in Kiev very much snow.
Okay, great. Do you ski? Have you ever tried snowboarding or just skiing?
Just ski because snowboarding very um, terrifical sports.
Yeah.
Very,
Extreme
very
sports?
extreme. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
very extreme sports.
Yeah, I tried snowboarding one time, but I fell on my butt and on my knees, and I said, forget it. I'll go back to skiing because I don't fall.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right, thank you. Welcome. Fabricio, are you there? Hi.
Hi, I'm Fabricio from Argentina. I'm 25 years old and I like playing paddle.
Okay, paddle tennis, like, is it ping pong or which one is it?
Paddle is like tennis.
Oh,
There is a
okay.
big court and you play there. The main difference is that there are walls around you, you know?
Oh, oh,
There is
okay.
a wall behind you, there is a net.
Okay. All right, great. Do you play that one-on-one or do you play with a partner, like doubles?
You play it with a partner.
Okay.
Yes, it's quite popular in Spain, for example.
Oh, okay. Is it called highlight? What's it called in Spanish?
Paddle.
Oh, padel. Okay. All right. Thanks. Gassan, how are you doing today?
Hi, my name. I'm fine, thank you. And my name, you said, my name is Ghassan. I'm from Iraq, and my favorite sport is tennis. And I sometimes watch football, real football, not American football.
Soccer.
And yeah, what I like to do is hiking and biking.
Okay. Did you say biking at the end? I didn't.
Yes, bicycles.
Okay. Hiking and biking. Okay. Good. Thank you. And Camber? Is it Camber?
You can hear me?
Yeah, turn it up a little bit.
Hello everyone. My name is Kaan. I'm from Turkey. It's okay, you can hear me?
It's not very loud. I can't hear you very well. I can hear you a little bit, but it's very soft. It's very low.
Actually, I couldn't catch all of that. I don't know.
Is your volume all the way up?
I did.
Yeah. Sometimes the speaker, you have to talk more into the speaker, closer to the where your microphone is. No?
I think he needs to, turn off the video. Maybe that's the reason.
Yeah, maybe if you turn off your video and just have the microphone on, it will be louder.
How can I do that?
Okay, well yeah, try that.
Maybe it's okay.
No, it's very, very low. You can talk louder.
Yeah, you're gonna scream.
Yeah, scream.
Yes.
I am from Turkey. I'm working for a bank. It's first time doing this classroom.
Okay, we can't really hear you, Camber, so maybe try to work with it a little bit and see if you can make it a little bit louder, because it's not working for the rest of us to hear you. I'll come back to you to see if it's worked out. Okay?
Okay.
Landit. Hi, Landit.
Yeah.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good.
Okay, my name is Landit. I'm from Mexico, and I don't really like sports. I like to watch the football, but the NFL. NFL.
NFL, yeah.
Well, I don't really have a favorite team or something. I just like to watch.
Okay, great. All right, and Marie, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you. I already forgot your questions. I'm supposed to say my name and what else? Country?
And where you're from, and if you like to watch a certain sport or you like to play a certain type of sport.
Okay. My name is Maria. I live in Sweden and I like downhill skiing, like our teacher.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, I like to watch hockey, ice hockey. Yeah, that kind of sports, yeah.
In Sweden, where do you go to ski in Sweden?
We can go to the northern part of Sweden. It's pretty mountainous, and we can also go to like Switzerland or countries where, yeah, they have like mountains.
And in Sweden, is it popular to cross country ski too?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that too. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Have you been yet this year?
No, it hasn't been so much snow yet this year because I live in the southern part, the southernmost part. So we just have a thin layer of snow. It's not enough for skiing.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Unfortunately. Thank you.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. Marley, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great.
All right. So tell us where you are. I know, but they don't know.
Okay, so I am Marley. I'm from Brazil, and I like to play volleyball and soccer, and I like to watch handball and American football, but I like to play soccer and volleyball.
Okay, so I have a question because I have my son who's almost 13 years old who loves to play soccer, and he thinks that if he goes to Brazil, that he's gonna get to play soccer all the time, like on the beach and in the park. And is that true?
Yeah, is that true?
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell him. He's studying Portuguese right now, so he can go to Brazil and play soccer.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Mohammed, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good.
My name is Muhammad. I live in Amman, Jordan. We are speaking about the Middle East. Actually, my favorite sport is in the actual. I dislike it, but I like to see the car racing. I like this sport, but nothing actual.
Okay. So you like to watch it?
Yeah, watch it.
Okay, great. Joseph, how about you?
Yes, hello.
Hi.
Hi. About me, my favorite sport to watch is. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. My favorite sport to watch is football. Not the American football, soccer.
Soccer,
Yeah, my favorite team is Barcelona. I don't know if you heard about it. And,
yes. I've heard about it.
About the sport that I used to do, or I like it so much, it is the bike or motorcycle racing.
Oh,
yeah, we used to do it, but unfortunately illegal, and I got busted once. So that's it.
Okay, great. All right, let's see. I'm going to, I have to talk about the Verbling chat here a little bit because I want to make sure that everybody knows how this works. So the people who are in the class already are in the Google Hangouts, and it looks like we have 14 or 15 people watching, which is fine. You're welcome to watch. And then there's people also posting in the Verbling chat. And Junaid, I'm not sure if you are watching or something because it sounds like I'm not sure if you know that we started the class already. So anyways, I have this class right now, and then I have another class after this class. It's going to be a writing class. So If you want to participate, you can also be typing in the Verbling chat if you're not in the Google Hangout. But if you're in the Google Hangout, today you're going to get a chance to do some reading out loud, and that's how we're going to review the different vocabulary or terms or terminology that have to do with these specific sports today, just the soccer, the American football, and the tennis. Trying to see here. Okay, so if you see the join class button, you can click it because I think somebody just dropped out. And Camber, I'm going to ask you, did you get your microphone to work? Is it working, Camber?
Yes, you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. It's still a little bit low, so maybe you can...
Should I stream?
Yeah. Okay. So, all right, Fadi, Fade, if you're wanting to join the class, because I'm getting some messages in the Verbling chat. If you're wanting to join the chat, just go to the Verbling chat, and up above that, you will see the green Join Class button. Junaid, was it not there before?
No.
Oh, and you just saw it?
Yes.
Oh.
I am lucky now.
Okay, yeah, so now you got it. Okay, and if you see it now's a good time to join. I think there might be one more space here. So if I know some people are wondering how to join, there's a button, it's green, and you just click on it and you should go into the Google Hangout. Okay, I think people got in. Akhila, you're here?
Yeah.
Okay, welcome. All right, I'm going to finish up with Junaid and Akhila. Why don't you guys introduce yourself first? Ladies first.
Yeah,
Akhila.
Okay.
And if you like a sport, tell us what sport you like, and then Junaid, you'll be next, and then we will start doing the reading and stuff. Akhila? Akhila. Are you going to introduce yourself? Where'd she go?
Sorry, I muted myself, I think. My name is Ahla. I'm from Saudi Arabia. I like swimming, but in my country, the most famous sport is football or soccer, as you can say it in America. So that's it.
But I'm wondering, in the United States, soccer is played by both boys and girls. Is that the same in Saudi Arabia?
No, sure it's not. You know already the answer, Lisa.
I played soccer when I was young, and my daughter plays now. So
yeah,
but
no, women here are not so much into we can say more sports like soccer or basketball or these things. No,
yeah.
But we can go. We have our own gym for women, for females only. You can do all kinds of sports, swimming. You can use the electronic machines for sports. You can stay fit all the time. But as a football team or something like that for women, no, we don't have that.
Okay. Well, that's nice. You get your own gyms.
Yeah, but actually I want to tell you that two of the Saudi women here joined the Olympics in London. They were the first two Saudi girls to join the Olympics, yeah.
What sport were they doing?
One of them was for the judo, and the other one, she was, I think, for the running. I don't remember her name.
Like track?
Yeah, the tracks.
Track and field, yeah. Okay.
So it's a good beginning, really.
Yeah. Who knows what will happen next time?
Yeah.
In the next 4 years. Okay. Hi, Junaid.
Hi, Lisa. How are you guys? My name is Junaid, and I'm from Iraq. I live in the United States. My favorite sport is my favorite sport is ping pong.
Okay, ping
But
pong.
but I like to watch the soccer, just watching. Especially for Real Madrid and Barcelona. Yeah.
Okay, so somebody can answer this maybe later, but is Barcelona the favorite team just because Messi, or is it just even if he wasn't on the team, he would still be everybody? That would be everybody's favorite team.
Before Messi.
Barcelona is a history.
Okay, a long history of being a very good team, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right, so I'm gonna put on the screen share the little bit of whoops, where is it? The articles that I have here for us to read. It's not working right now. Did everybody get it? Junaid always helps me with getting the link there. So I'm trying to put it in the screen share so when people are watching it, they can also read along, but for some reason it's not happening. Junaid, are you able to put it in the screen share? Do you have that?
Yes, just me. I think also I have a problem.
Okay, so maybe something's happening with the Google Hangouts today. Okay, so everybody will just have to go themselves to the document, and we'll read it. And I will usually I like to just put your picture up when you're talking, so everybody's not always looking at me. And that works better when the screen share is working, but it's not. So we'll do it this way. Okay, so we have the first one is about soccer. So how about Joseph, you want to read that first paragraph there about soccer?
Yeah, but just can you pass me for a few minutes?
Yeah, sure. I'll pass you and then go to somebody else. Achila, how about, do you want to start? Do you see it?
Yeah, okay, but someone is muting me all the time. I don't know.
Oh.
Is there a big noise from my mic?
No.
Or maybe he doesn't like my voice. Maybe.
No.
I think.
Okay, I'll
Somebody have
start.
a noise.
I will
Okay,
try
go.
to read.
Yeah.
Okay, soccer. My kids love to play soccer. During the soccer season, they have practice 3 times per week and games every Saturday for 11 weeks. Sorry?
That's right.
While my sons have played most positions, their favorite positions are defender and forward. They like to score goals. Usually they have at least 14 players on their team. This way they have plenty of substitutes in case someone gets sick.
Okay, good. Next will be Andre. Do you see it there?
Yes, I am sorry.
The one where it's the second paragraph in the soccer article there.
It's maybe during practice.
At practice.
At practice, they learn new skills and practice their ball handling, trapping, passing, and hidden skills. They don't particularly like to just do drills. They prefer to scrimmage. When they scrimmage, they break the players up into 2 teams. Usually one group of players will wear pins so that everybody can tell who is on which team.
Good. So we're going to just go through this and read it first, and then we'll go back, and I highlighted what I thought was the specific to soccer vocabulary. We'll go back over that after we're done. Fabricio, you want to read the next paragraph, please?
Okay, during practice. Okay, during practice, they often practice specific skills, such as taking penalty kicks, corner kicks, and slide tackling. They also have to do a lot of conditioning so that they are in shape, since soccer involves a lot of running. Of course, whether you are playing forward, striker, mid, defender, or keeper, goalie, you need to be in good shape and know how to play your position.
Okay, good, thank you. And the next is Ghassan.
Okay, do you hear me well?
Yes. I hear the heater, but that's okay.
No, there is no heater today.
Oh.
It's not, I don't have
Take the
electricity.
charger.
It's a generator power anyway.
Oh.
Plug off the
Couch,
charger,
I'm
maybe.
reading now, okay?
Oh yeah, there's just some kind of sound when your mic goes on. Somebody said to take the charger off, but I don't know. Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, the noise is not from me. I think the website, the Verbring, have some problems tonight. So no
Yeah,
idea.
we're not sure if it's the Verbling or the Google Hangouts. Okay, go ahead. I got the screen share to work now too, so people can see there.
I don't hear your voice well.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so I'm reading now, okay?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. The coaches encourage the players to talk to each other while they are playing so that everybody knows what is going on. The coaches also make sure that the players know the rules of the game. They explain what it means to be offsides and what types of behaviors will get them a yellow or red card.
Okay, great, thank you. And Junaid.
Yes.
The next one that I highlighted.
Okay, when I watch them play, I hear them using a specific soccer lingo to tell each other what to do. I hear them tell a player to send it when they want him to kick it up the field. Other times they might say drop, which means to pass it back to a player who is behind you, or one touch, when they want the players to just touch the ball once and then pass or shoot.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then I wrote here, soccer uses a lot of specific terms. Here is a link to a website that lists even more vocabulary words related to soccer. So, of course, on the internet you can find all kinds of lists of vocabulary words and articles about soccer and soccer websites for fans and everything. So some of you probably are already pretty familiar. If you are interested in soccer, you might be familiar with some of these words. But let's go over them just to make sure. Here we go. My kids love to play soccer. During the soccer season, they have practice 3 times per week and games every Saturday for 11 weeks. So what is the season, Junaid?
Season, the period for all the soccer they play together.
Yeah. So
one time each year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So usually in the United States here for kids, the soccer season is in the fall, and then that's the main soccer season. And then sometimes they also have spring soccer, but that's not as popular as the fall season. So most sports, I would say, especially like team sports like soccer and football, baseball, they have a season, and that's just talking about the time period that the games are played. The rest of the year, if you're on a professional team, the rest of the year you might be training or making commercials, doing other things, stuff like that, traveling, playing games just for fun or for spectators, but not for the season. All right, and of course we have to practice sports. So what does it mean to practice, Marley?
Okay.
What does it mean to practice?
Practice.
Yeah.
When you do something like every day.
Right, yeah. So they have to practice. Sometimes if you play like high school soccer here in the United States, you practice every day. If you're just playing more for fun, then you might just have a couple of days a week practice. And then, of course, the game. Everybody knows probably what the game is.
I have a question. This is noun on verb games.
On what games?
And games every Saturday. The games, it's verb or noun?
Oh, noun.
Oh, noun.
So they have games Every Saturday. Yeah, if I wanted to use a verb, I could have put there, and they play a game every Saturday. But games is a noun.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. And the game, and that's a common word when you're talking about any sport. It might be the football game, the soccer game, the tennis game, tennis match also. So lots of times when you're talking about sports, the actual time that you're going to play is called the game. Okay? That's why you might hear the phrase, get your head in the game. That means like pay attention to what's going on in the game. Okay? And then we have the different positions in soccer. So, Maria, are you
Special location.
Yeah, the location where you're playing. So, does anybody want to tell us how many players are on the field in soccer?
11.
All right.
I
Yes.
don't know.
Yeah. So, there are 11 players, and there's the goalie. What does the goalie do?
Defends the goal.
Defends the goal, exactly. Tries to keep that little ball from going in the net, right? So it's defending the goal, and the goal is where the net is. And so that's what the goalie does. The defenders, what do? They're in the back. The defenders are in the back, and there usually are 2 or 3 of them. Let's see, Fabrizio, do you know about soccer? Do you know the defenders?
Yes.
What do they do?
They try not to the other players to shoot to the goal.
They try to prevent the other team. Yes, prevent the other team from
Prevent the
getting
other team not to shoot.
from shooting. Yep.
Yeah.
Do defenders ever make goals themselves?
Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, if they get lucky.
Sometimes they are good at heading, for example.
Yeah, and sometimes they have what we call a big kick. They can kick it really far. They can kick it out of there if they have to. Yeah. What about the players that are in the middle? What are they called? Do you guys know what those players are called?
Passing.
Which one? Mid.
The wings or
The wings are on either side, but
The
then we have
midline?
the midfielders.
Midfielders.
Yeah, that's one of the things you can call them, midfielders, and sometimes they can go up and back. They might go back if the defenders need help, or they might go up farther ahead if the forwards are taking the ball really close to the other goal. They run a lot. Usually the midfielders run the most around.
And then midfielders, 1 word or 2 words?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Midfielders. Probably you'll find it both ways, but to make sure you get it right, you can look it up in the dictionary.
Okay.
It's one of those things that, midfield. Probably 1 word.
Yeah, the Google Translator, 1 word.
Yes, 1 word. Midfielders. Yeah. There are these, a lot of times when you're talking about sports, they're kind of words that have been made up over time to describe things. So it's really like a middle fielder, and that would have been 2 different words, but then it's been shortened to midfielder. So it's about the guys who play in the middle. And then the forwards are the people who play in the front. All right. So in soccer, how do we make points in soccer, Joseph?
Yes.
How do you make points in soccer? What do you do to make a point?
To make a point, make a goal.
Exactly. You make a goal, and that's what you can say. Make a goal, or you can use the word score a goal. So here I said they like to score goals. So usually the forwards or the strikers, they're the people who like to score goals. They have a good kick. Okay, so who is the person who won? You guys all know this. Who won the best or the most goals? He scored the most goals this year? Who was it? Who scored the most goals this year?
I think Messi from Barcelona.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so also.
Yeah.
Yes. So you could say Messi scored the most goals this year. Right? Okay, Fabrizio, I think I have some. Going to mute you, Junaid. Thank you. Okay. So we score goals in soccer. That's sometimes everybody. Do people know basketball? How do you make points in basketball? It's a little bit different. What do you do to make a score in a basketball game?
To shoot the ball inside the basket.
Yeah, you make shots.
Shots.
Yeah, you take shots. You take shots or you make shots, for example. You can also shoot in soccer. You can also shoot on goal. That's another phrase that you can use to shoot. And if you're watching a soccer game, especially with a kids' soccer game, you'll hear a lot of parents going, shoot, 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 you know. So they're telling their kid to try
Shake
to
their net.
yeah, kick the ball into the net.
Oh, shake their net, yeah.
Yeah, into the net. So they're shoot the goal. It's because a lot of times kids, sometimes they don't, they just like to dribble the ball around. They keep the ball, and the parents are yelling, just shoot the ball. So, yeah. All right, so here we have players and team, and then here's the word. I think you guys know what players are and team, but substitutes. What happens with subs? Why do we need subs?
Sometimes they need to change some players if he got injury or something like during the games.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So usually when you have a team sport, even though there's 11 players on the field, you need more people on your team. So because sometimes somebody might be sick or somebody gets hurt or they are tired or they're not playing a very good game. And so you take them out. So that's what you do. You take them out of the game and you put in a sub. So that's how you talk about that, if you're putting in the sub. And so usually on professional teams, there might even be a whole nother team. Like you might have the main players on your team, and then you might have enough substitutes for the whole team, so that in case people are injured or something. Yes, so substitute means, Maha's in the chat, it means to change a player. And
I think we have a limited number to change the player.
yes, in some games that is true, and probably at the professional soccer level, I think it's true that only a certain amount of substitutes can come in and go out. Is that right?
Yes, 3 only. You can have as much as you want of subs, but you can't change in every game 3.
Oh, okay. So that's we could say you can only have 3 substitutions.
Yeah.
Okay.
But teacher, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, what about the player who got a red card? So we can make a player instead of him?
I think if somebody gets kicked out of the game because they got a red card, I think your team has to play with only 10 players. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
We can take another one from the sub.
No subs. Nope. No subs.
This is penalty.
That's a penalty. That's a bad penalty. Yeah, your team members will probably be mad at you for that. Right. Okay, so here in the next paragraph we have at practice they learn new skills and practice their ball handling, trapping, passing, and heading skills. So what are skills? What do I mean when I say skills?
Talent.
Proficiency.
Ability to
Yeah, all of those are right.
Your abilities.
Abilities, your proficiency. Yeah.
Proficiency.
That's right. Okay, so it's what you can do. So in soccer, there are a few things that you have to be able to do very well, and one of them is called ball handling. probably know what that means. How you handle the ball, which means kicking the ball, dribbling the ball, that type of thing. Trapping. What do I mean when I say trapping the ball? Marley, do you know how to trap the ball?
No.
No? Fabricio or somebody else? Does anybody know what
When-
trap the ball means? Fabricio, what does it mean to trap the ball?
When the goalie catches the ball.
No, it's just keep it for yourself. Don't let others to take it or something.
Yeah.
Or take it from somebody else. I don't know.
No, trapping the ball means if you're with your foot, the ball comes to you and you trap it. You mean you stop it.
Uh-huh.
Stop the ball with your foot. Yeah. So and you're not letting anybody else get it. So a lot of times you trap it. You might trap it and then go to run with it, pass it, dribble it. So dribbling means running with the ball. And then Maria, you said. What did you say?
I said take the ball from somebody, from the other team. Or so.
Yeah, that would be stealing the ball.
That
we would say that. Yeah, stealing. That's the word that we use. To steal the ball or take the ball or get the ball.
But not outside the field.
No. Just during the game. Tackling, Leon in the chat asks about tackling. Tackling in soccer is when you slide tackle. So
what's a tackle?
Yeah, so slide. There's two different things here. In soccer, slide tackling is when you're running and somebody else has the ball, and then you try to get, like, maybe they're too far ahead of you, and you're going to fall to the ground and slide your foot in and try to kick the ball away from the person who is running with it without tripping them. Because if you hit their leg or you trip them, you might get a penalty. So it's something that you have to have a good skill of doing, and that is called a slide tackling. In American football, if you're going to tackle somebody, that means you jump on them and you throw them down to the ground. That's tackling. But you can't do that in soccer. So if you do that in soccer, you'll probably get a red card and you'll get kicked out of the game. So that's what tackling is. So it's not the same. And passing, everybody know what passing means?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Mustafa, you know what passing is?
Yes, I know.
Okay, that's
Give
probably...
the ball to another.
Yes, to pass is to give the ball to another teammate. A lot of times when you're trying to pass the ball, that might be the time that the other team gets it away from you. So you have to practice your passing skills so that you're passing quickly and to the player in a way that it goes right to them and it doesn't go somewhere else, because that's a dangerous time for the other team to try to get the ball. Okay, and what does the word scrimmage mean? What do you think the word scrimmage is?
It's when you clash with someone and try to take the ball.
No?
Taking between the teams?
Yes. So I wrote it here. They don't particularly like to
play.
I had to. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, it means to play a game. So like the kids, when the kids are playing, yeah, it's a practice game.
Like to fight for the ball.
It's called scrimmage is a practice game. So when you're having practice, sometimes you're working on your skills, but a lot of times the kids, they find that a little bit boring. They just want to play. They just want to play the game. So when you're scrimmaging, it's just a practice game. It's not really the game that's part of the season. It's just a practice. And so sometimes they'll put on different colored shirts. So when you go to practice, there's these things called soccer pennies. I'll show you what they are. And, you know, one group of kids will get these pennies and they'll put them on. They could be different colors like red, green, or blue. And a group of the kids will put that on, and then the other kids will just keep their shirts on. And so then that way you know who's on what team, because you're not really wearing your jerseys right then. So it's just it's a practice game, and the kids really like to do that. And So that's what that means. Scrimmage is a practice game, and pennies is just the different shirts that they use to tell who is on what team. Okay? What about penalty kicks, corner kicks? What are those things? What's a penalty kick? Where am I shooting if I have a penalty kick?
I think there is a small area near to the goal.
That's one kind of penalty kick, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on the different penalty, the type of penalty that you got, you might get to do it where when you see like one person is kicking against just the goalie, that's a certain type of penalty kick. And sometimes you have to do a penalty kick anywhere on the field, but
I think the penalty kick, which you do it in that area, very near to the goal, but the other kick, it's called the free kick.
Free kicks, okay, free kick. Yes, and corner kicks. Where are those?
In the corners.
Yes, corner kicks, but they're close to the goal, the one that you're trying to make a goal, right? So
all corners, it's close to the goal.
Right.
It's four corners.
Yes, exactly. But you take if you're the team taking the corner kick, you're kicking it because it's close to the goal that you want to score on. So a lot of times there's a special way that they try to set up the team so that if the person kicking the corner can get it right in the middle, then somebody can just head it in or something like that, or kick it right in. Okay, some other words here, because we got to keep going faster if we're going to get to football. Conditioning. What does it mean, conditioning?
Conditioning.
They also have to do a lot of conditioning so that they are in shape.
Like getting warm before the game starts.
The warm out or the
Not warming up. Warming up
They
is
have to be ready.
Yes,
They have to be ready to play
they have
so
to
much
be
time.
in shape, which means they have to be fit. So if you have to do conditioning, that means they have to do a lot of running. Maybe they do some push-ups. They do stretching.
That is warming up, right?
Training processes.
Yeah, it's more like training. But it's very specific to your body being able to last the whole game so that you don't get tired. You do conditioning so that you're in shape so that you don't get tired when you're playing the game. If you're not in good shape, then you won't be able to play soccer very well because you'll get tired, your legs will hurt. So the type of conditioning that they do for soccer involves a lot of running. So sometimes it's just running around the track and doing different drills. Okay? I think we got through all the rest of these: the forward, the striker, the mid, defender, keeper, the goalie, and position. Who are the coaches? What do the coaches do?
Trainer.
Yes. Trainers, they help you learn how to play the game. They tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
They make a strategy.
They make the strategies. That's right. Okay.
The planning.
Yes. And so then we have some other ones. Offsides. That's one of the things that happens if you're running down the. Well, let's see if Joseph want to explain offsides to us, Joseph.
Yeah. Offside when one of your team pass a ball to you while what? How to say that? You are I don't know how to explain it.
You're on the defenders of the other team are in front of you.
All of the other team player are in front of you, so that is
offsides. Yeah.
Offside.
Right. And then in soccer, if you break the rules, you could get a yellow card or a red card. And who's the person who gives the yellow card or the red card?
Referee.
The referee, right. The referee. And sometimes the fans don't like the referees.
Yeah.
And they might yell at them. Okay. And then in the last paragraph, we just have a few of lingo. Does everybody know what the word means? Lingo? If I say soccer lingo?
It's like making full of others
No.
No, it's talking to a team with
I think it's
something the
special
other team will
signs.
not understand.
Special signs
Special
between the
words?
teams.
Yeah, it's not so much science; it's just words. So you can use the word lingo for a lot of different things. Like you could say surfing lingo, so that would be the type of words that surfers use. You could say football lingo. You could say dance lingo. It's just that lingo means words. The words, the terms, the terminology that you use for a specific thing.
Specific language, we can
Yeah,
say.
like a specific language that you speak related to something that's yeah, kind of like the slang words that people use just for that that type of thing, like that sport or that activity or that group of people, you know.
Is it from linguistic?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
That would make sense. Yeah. So here's just a couple of things that you hear. Send it. So on the sidelines, if one of the players is running with the ball, one of their teammates or even the fans might say, send it, which means they want them to kick it. And you could actually say both things. You could either say kick it down the field or kick it up the field. It's going the same direction. It's kind of funny in English. Up and down are the opposite usually, but you can look at it different ways. So up the field means to kick it up to somebody who's going towards the goal where you want to make the score, or down the field is the same thing. Send it down the field. And then drop, that means if somebody is running with the ball, but maybe the other team's coming close to getting it away from them. So if I'm behind them, I'll say drop, and then that means kick it back to me because I'm open. I don't have anybody on me. Okay, and one touch and then passing. All right, so we did that. That's soccer. Took a little while. All right, now let's go to American football, which
I have a question.
It's not very popular.
Yeah, American football, they play it with hands, right?
Why they call it football?
Why
Yes.
they call it football? So it doesn't make sense. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the history of why English in English it's soccer or football. The football is actually the actual ball that you use is called the football, that brown oval ball that they use. Yeah, but I don't know how it got to be the football and the soccer. I'm sure if you Google it, you'll find the history of it. But I just took this from Wikipedia here. It's a little bit of information about American football. And for the most part, I think it's only played in America. I think in Europe they might have a league that plays some football, but it's pretty popular in the United States. And yes, somebody said in American football you play with your hands. Soccer you play with your feet. You can't touch the ball in soccer, otherwise you get a penalty. So yes, all over the world, soccer is the main sport, I think, that guys play, and they learn how to play it at an early age. But in the United States, there are some people who play football. They learn kids in elementary school, like around 6th grade, so that's usually at age 11 or so, play football. But even younger than that, they play too.
Yeah, but in American football, you wear a lot of things in your head and
yes, you
your
wear
shoulder.
a helmet and pads. Yes. It's still dangerous though. You still kids.
Dangerous.
I think it's dangerous.
Yeah, it's still pretty dangerous. You can still break your something or hurt your head or so you got to be careful.
I think in Australia there is a similar game. I think it's called rugby or
Rugby. Yeah, rugby's even more dangerous, I think, because they don't play with pads and helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just play kind of like soccer, but they're throwing the ball and they tackle too, I think, in rugby. Rugby's kind of we call that aggressive sport. Yeah. But some people think American football is pretty aggressive too, and it can be. A lot of people who play soccer, usually the players are very lean, And in football, American football, they're very large. A lot of the players can be very heavy and be very strong. So it's a different type of body, usually. Okay, let's see. Does somebody, Akela, you want to read? Akela?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good. Read the first paragraph about the American football.
Okay. Football, American football, known as football in the United States, and sometimes called gridiron. Gridiron.
Yes.
Internationally, is a team sport played between two teams of 11 players, each with an oval-shaped ball. The football, it is played on. I can't read this word. Rectangular field measuring 120 yards, 109.7 meters long, and 53.3 yards, 48.7 meters wide, with goal posts on either end of the field.
Okay, good. So it's a big rectangular field that's 120 yards long. Okay, I'm going to break this up into a smaller one. Okay, Andre, you want to read that one? Over the course?
Yes, over the course of the game, the team in possession of the ball, the offense attempts to advance down the field by running with or passing the ball. In order to continue the drive down the field, the offense must advance the ball at least 10 yards down the field in a series of 4 downs. If they succeed, they receive a new set of downs to continue their drive. But if they fail, they turn the ball over to the opposing team.
Yes, good. Okay, so let me just go over this really quickly because we're going to be running out of time here. Possession means you have the ball. If you have the ball, you are the offense. When you're the offense, there's a couple of things you can do. You make plays, so you do plays, and you have downs. So you might run with the ball, or you might pass the ball. And the quarterback is the one who gets the ball and they pass it off either to somebody who's going to run with it or he's going to throw it long distance to try to get it down the field. When you're trying to get the ball down the field to the touch so you can make a touchdown, that's called driving the ball. You're driving the ball down the field or you're advancing the ball. Every 10 yards is a new down, and you get 4 chances. Those are called downs. 4 downs to try to keep getting it down there. And every time you get 10 yards, you get to try again. But if the ball gets loose or something happens with the ball that the other team gets it, then that's called the turnover. The ball goes over to the other team, the opposing team, and now their offense and your defense now. So it keeps going back and forth trying to get to the end zone right here, which is how you make a touchdown. So I don't think we're going to have time to finish reading this. So let me just tell you a little bit so that you have some words here, and then you can read it on your own if you want to. So the end zone here is where you make a touchdown. And you can make the touchdown by either by running with the ball into the end zone or by by passing the ball to somebody in the end zone. After you make a touchdown, then you get 6 points, and then you get the goal kick. So it's the goal kick, and if you make it between the 2 goal posts, then you get 7 points for that touchdown and for the goal kick. And in the United States, there's 2 different professional leagues, the NFC and the AFC, and also there's a collegiate league, which so all colleges, universities, they have football teams. And the biggest game of the year is known as the Super Bowl. And this year the Super Bowl is going to be in New Orleans. And we don't yet know who is going to be playing in the Super Bowl. It's going to be two of these teams. The 49ers, the Falcons, the Ravens, and the Patriots. So it's going to be one of these teams playing against one of these teams. And if you want to learn more, you can check out this link here, and you can search Super Bowl. But it's going to be on February 3rd. It's a pretty big deal for a lot of Americans. A lot of people spend their weekends watching football games, especially guys, of course. So, but soccer is not as popular in the United States, but it is getting more and more popular. So that's all for all we got to do soccer and football. We'll have to do tennis another time. So thank you guys for joining. I'm going to do the writing class next. If you want to stick around, go to the class, the live class, and then you'll be able to see the join class button once I start it. It'll take me about a minute or two to get it going. Okay? Thanks, you guys. I hope you learned something new and it was helpful for you in practicing your English.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Okay,
Thank
thanks.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
teacher.
See you later. Thanks.
Goodbye.
Bye.
you, there is a net.
Okay. All right, great. Do you play that one-on-one, or do you play with a partner, like doubles?
You play it with a partner.
Okay.
Yes, it's quite popular in Spain, for example.
Oh, okay. Is it called highlight? What's it called in Spanish?
Paddle.
Oh, paddle. Okay. All right. Thanks. Gassan, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. And my name, you said, my name is Ghassan. I'm from Iraq, and my favorite sport is tennis. And I sometimes watch football, real football, not American football.
Soccer.
And yeah, what I like to do is hiking and biking.
Okay. Did you say biking at the end? I didn't.
Yes, bicycles.
Okay. Hiking and biking. Okay, good. Thank you. And Camber? Is it Camber?
You can hear me?
Yeah, turn it up a little bit.
Hello everyone. My name is I'm from Turkey. It's okay, you can hear me?
It's not very loud. And you can click on it and come in. If you want to just watch, then you'll be able to watch. All of the Verbling classes are streaming live, and they are also recorded, so people can come back later and watch them. If you're particularly interested in a certain topic that a teacher went over, whether it's reading or poetry or singing or writing or reading, there's all different types of classes being offered. Mostly we try to offer a class every hour here on Verbling. So if you miss this one and you're not able to get in, you can try the next hour, which I'm going to be teaching, and then after that there will be different teachers on through the rest of the day. Okay, so I'm going to start the class now. This class is going to be on sports vocabulary, and I made a little Google Doc that has some reading that we'll do, and within the reading is the vocabulary. So sometimes one way to learn vocabulary is to go over a big list of words. I usually don't like to do it that way. It's too much get thrown at you at one time. It's better to learn the vocabulary within a context, within a story or an article, something like that, within a conversation. So we have a few little stories here that we can read, and in the stories are those vocabulary words that pertain to, I chose 3 different sports today. Of course, there's many different sports. Hi, everybody. It's Lisa, and it's time for another Verbling class. It's 1 p.m. Pacific time, and I think Jeff is just finishing up his Verbling class, so I am going to do a little talking here while we wait for people to join the class. I'm going to explain how to join the class because we still have new Verbling people every day, new people finding out about Verbling and checking out the site and the English classes in particular. So it looks like we're going to be filling up here soon. So if you are watching and you're considering joining, I would click on that green Join Class button now before it's too late. We can only have 9 people in the Google Hangout, so we're a little bit limited that way. So yes, looks like we might be full. If you see the Join Class button, you can click it. Otherwise, you probably are seeing it say this class is full. What can happen, though, is sometimes people have to leave the class early or they lose their internet connection. And if that happens, then you have a chance to join at that time because the Join Class button will appear again.
Hello, Lisa. Hello, everyone.
Hi there.
My name is Andrei. I am from Kiev of Ukraine. I very like table tennis and skiing because in Kiev very much snow.
Okay, great. Do you ski? Have you ever tried snowboarding or just skiing?
Just ski because snowboarding very terrifical sports.
Yeah.
Very
extreme
very
sports?
Extreme, yes,
Yeah.
very extreme sports.
Yeah, I tried snowboarding one time, but I fell on my butt and on my knees, and I said, forget it. I'll go back to skiing because I don't fall.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right, thank you. Welcome. Fabricio, are you there? Hi.
Hi, I'm Fabricio from Argentina. I'm 25 years old and I like playing paddle.
Okay, paddle tennis, like, is it ping pong or which one is it?
Paddle is like tennis. There is a big court and you play there. The main difference is that there are walls around you, you know?
Oh,
There
okay.
is a wall behind.
We could have included or that we could talk about. But today's going to be soccer, American football, and tennis. Those are some pretty popular sports in America and also in other parts of the world, especially soccer. So we'll get started. I am going to introduce myself, and then I will ask you, the students who are here in the Google Chat Hangout area, to introduce yourself and just tell us your name and tell us the country you're in. And why don't you also today, since we have a sports theme, tell us what your favorite sport is, whether it's your favorite sport to watch, like on TV, or if it's your favorite sport to actually play, if you play that sport. Okay? So my name is Lisa, and I live in Washington State in the Pacific Northwest of the United States. And my favorite sport actually is skiing. And it's not something I get to do often because, of course, it's a winter sport, and it takes me about 3 hours to drive to the place where I like to go skiing. And so I don't get to go there that often, but I hope to get to go on either this Saturday or next Saturday because I really like being in the mountains and it's fun. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to start over here with, is it Andre?
Yes,